Hello everyone, tonight we're doing some more U.B Funkeys. Last stream we got two of the Magma Gorge gems, so well, gem shards. First we're a little grimy, so we've got to stop by the dentist again. Interesting how a trip to the dentist to get your teeth cleaned and somehow fixes there's a problem where you're leaving a grimy trail. I believe we don't have either of the two games that we're going to be playing unlocked in our games room, so I find my way to the Magma Gorge portal. Oh, because the game launches you back into Funky's town. Probably as a safety measure against it. Alright, so we finished off with with Wasabi's game last time. That means it's time to do a few rounds of Bones' game. I'm gonna preemptively get my controller ready. That does also mean I'm gonna have to remember the software that I use again. I'm gonna head into Bones' clubhouse first. Here we go. I'll have to just take a moment to remember the name of the program. And of course I've got more wires than I usually do. On. Fish number one. It's double going. It would be nice if there was just like a keyboard shortcut with of clicking OK on the menu, but you know, the game is designed assuming that you're going to be using one hand on the arrow keys and the other on the mouse. Come on. Finally. And they do have confirmation that there is cumulative score thing. And for the gem shard specifically. Everything else is high score based. But you know, the gem shard, because of the necessity of acquiring gem shards to progress in the main storyline, I mean, those are cumulative. Same with the quest items in the later series. As apparently the U.B Funkeys wiki actually has all of the thresholds listed. Or at least, probably their best guess. But, you know, wiki's probably gonna be better than some random person on a forum. That's just going off of their personal experience. I think we might actually be able to get probably at least the third gem shard, if not the fourth. Earth's and Night. So we're going to be focusing in on just two specific games. Just bouncing back and forth between in this and the Shuriken game. Right, got a nice double. One of the great hey boys. Both of them's now it's meant for basic types of fish. And for all that remain. And there we go. Think the wiki said that the threshold getting the gem shard from this game, it's like 250,000 cumulative score, so if we average about just score of about 1,500, then that'll be about 20 games. I think. First, you know, it's hard to calculate without knowing all the previous scores I've submitted. I'm sure if I really wanted to, I could go and look at the VOD. So I believe the fact that it didn't and start the cutscene. Means that we still got a ways to go. This is run 2 out of 5 and for this round because we're doing it in cycles of 5 games of each. First, you know, once we beat one of the two that we're doing tonight, then it's gonna be just the same game over and over until we get that last gem shard. You know, hopefully it won't be another situation of spending just about an entire stream doing it. Come on. Get on the line. There we go. Dang it. Yeah, wait, get the other fish, not the boot. But you know, one of the benefits of swapping between games on rotation is that eventually this one singular music track that has a loop of like a few seconds gonna get grating after a while. So I think it might have a loop of at least a minute. But you know, if you listen to the same song enough on repeat, it will start to wear you down. Just gotta get this one last brown one. Finally. Nice triple there. Round one, so next part should be easy. I've got almost a minute to catch this one basic fish. Yeah, these brown ones are gonna mess me up, aren't they? 'Cause I don't know what it is about the brown ones, but I always have difficulty with them. Like, more than any other fish. I think my microphone might be positioned weird. I think I was getting too close. It's either I'm leaning in or it was just too, or the arm was just not at my usual angle. So this is run 3 out of 5. This is the last red one. There we go. I feel like I should really start just focusing the brown ones, but at the same time, because they're my more difficult ones, so focus on them too much, I might start just missing the other ones. So and, it's better to get all the other ones than lose on the level because I'm chasing after the last like 2 brown ones, than to get absolutely nothing for the level because I didn't catch anything other than maybe a few incidental fish that just happened to be at the right spot at the right time. Come on. Get the last little red asshole. There we go. He's got the... the Grey Boys, he's completely incidentally. I wasn't even trying for that double. Hope I happen to get anyway. I need a little shit. Get on my line. And of course, managed to get the boot. Missing literally all of the fish. Even the white ones. And mostly just the special kinds of fish. The brown fucker. It's down to just this gray one. And of course, it's gonna be difficult. Alright, this is run number 4. Got one more after this one before we switch over to the shuriken game. Just one last fish. There we go. So here's a weird thing. Now something about the way I'm positioning my arms for using my controller is making one of my arms ache. Now maybe we switch out back to the keyboard. Heard for a little while. Yep, got almost everybody except red ones and a brown one. Yeah, it's down to just the brown one, but we've got almost. Yep, there we go. Didn't even need anywhere near that much time. It's nice that, you know, they give you a little bit of a break. Like right here. The brown and hounds and the grays. I mean, it's not even a break from the grays because the grays aren't there at that point in time. And you don't see the grays until this one. This great demon, and should basically like fish, and there we go, got them both on one hook. And of course managed to get the one boot in the entire level. Wouldn't it be nice if this ends up being the one that finishes off the gem shard? So I can just go ahead and switch over to the other game, and we can just grind on that all night until either we get the gem shard or you run out of time in the stream. Whichever happens first. Which I think, especially since like we're still gonna have at least like one or two more Funkeys streams on the schedule for this year. Can probably start in on probably Kelpie Basin. And whenever we get the Magma Gorge gem sorted, probably we got the first two gem shards in literally the first stream of the month. We might as well keep going and see how far we can get on the next area. I think this is probably the level where this run ends. Yep, because we just couldn't get that anglerfish in time. The angelfish in time. And I'm switching back to the controller because my hand has decided that's too much of pressing down on the down key. Come on. Get on my line. got a nice triple, including a brown one, so gotta make this level substantially easier. Means more time bonus. This is the last run before we switch over to another shuriken game. And if the game wants to give me the gem shard for this, then it can even be the last run. At least for a while. Because maybe I should do some like crib decorating. Rather than just having random stuff just kind of strewn about. And maybe actually make it look nice. And of course I get a boot. Got one of the gray assholes. And one of the brown ones. So, won't I get one of the? I get the other two. Oh, smooth sailing for the rest of this level. Brown one left. I have to out of the problem ones. Alright, got a nice triple and done. And of course I immediately start off the level by catching another boot. Long skinny piece of shit. Get on my line. I got one of them. Now, just gotta get the other three. Wrong gray thing, game. Of course I hooking it behind one of them and too far in front of the other. Yeah, this is where this run ends. Ends, I think. And not a single gem shard to show for it. Which, I mean, you know, I would only get one gem shard to show for it anyway, but... Hey, but you know what I mean. Time for shurikens. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Now let's actually get into Shuriken Master. Fantastic start. Being absolutely nowhere. I finally got something. That's 19's done. That's 2 20s. And of course one of them landed just far enough for, just close enough to the line to beat a 5. Okay, that's 18's done. So 17 seemed to be particularly easy. I didn't need another 19. I need to start on the 16s now. Being pretty good at hitting the numbers on the opposite sides of the 16. Of course my shuriken fell off. I was just about to finish the 16s. Right now all that remains is 15s in the bullseye. But of course I'm going to repeatedly get 2 instead. Right now we're down to just the bullseye. This is not gonna be a good score. But, you know, it's been a week since I played those last, so I'm a little rusty. Haven't found my rhythm again just yet. See that? There we go. Oh, bullseye on the very first shot. Need another 17. Alright, that's all the bullseye's done. And so now we can focus in on the remaining numbers. Once again, just barely far enough over the line to be a 5. Right, and there we go, that's the 20s done. Really? Sure can fell off. And it was right on the line. Just 18. Flying on the 18 once. Alright, there we go. Oh, that's the 18's done. And time to focus on 16 and 15. First, my shuriken has to fall off at least once. Just to get the 16's done. So now 15. So close to getting it done flawlessly. So that's number 2. Will be game 3. I think I'm just gonna focus in on the bullseye for a little while. Because if you focus on the bullseye early, then some of your missed shots can still be worth something. If you save the bullseye for later, then every missed shot will be worth absolutely nothing. There we go. 1 bullseye. 2. And just get a third. Well, at least I finished the 20s, and there we go. That's the 15s done. I'll just hit the 18. Hit the 16 one more time. And hold on. Still got a shot. And it was a 7. I have to immediately finish the 19s. I think I'm gonna stick with bullseye, a strategy. Alright, bullseyes are done. I can just get the 17s done real quick. That's 20s done. Come on, just hit the 18 a couple more times. Of course my shuriken fell off, even though it appears to be right there. That's the 16's done. So just gotta hit the 15 a couple more times.
It's clear now that the crystal gems were shattered and scattered in the explosion, but not destroyed. Now there is only one shard left to find in order to complete this gem. If you can find the last one, we may be able to harness its power and defeat Master Lox.
Okay, so I'm free of shuriken hell. I never have to play the shuriken game again. I can leave. Of course, it does mean that it's time to do fishing. For the rest of the night or until we get the shard, whichever happens first. Gotta switch back to bones. Let's hope this music doesn't get too old. But, you know, ideally we should be close to the to getting the gem shard for this one. Because I kind of thought it was gonna take, like, I kind of thought that, you know, the one that we just got was gonna be the last one that we would need. I guess maybe since the scores are so low, the threshold is also kind of low. Piece of shit. Get on my goddamn hook. Maybe we'll actually get to go to Kelpie Basin tonight. Wouldn't that be nice? Maybe we can even start next year. Progress already done towards a third zone. Which, you know, of course we're gonna complete the Magma Quartz Gem Shard at the Magma Quartz Gem at an accelerated rate compared to the Funkeys Town one, because we're not wasting time with any games that don't give you progress towards it. Like part of why it took so long to get the Funkeys Town gem was because I spent like a decent chunk of the first stream at playing WAG Words, which doesn't even have a gem shard associated with it, because WAG wasn't a funky at the time that you know, the game was launched. WAG was added later. WAG Words is basically just a bonus. At least I think that's how it works. I could potentially check the Funkeys wiki and see if they list a gem threshold for WAG Words. Because that would be the big thing, is whether or not it has a gem threshold associated with it. Both of the brand ones are remaining being on a single hook. Okay, almost gray one. Done for this level. Okay, this last one. This last brown one. Along to these two regulars. Harrison will be done. Which at least the angelfish are nice enough to move at a reasonable pace. Like I think they're slow even in comparison to the basic white ones. Still got a lot of fast ones and to catch. I think this is the end of the run. Nope. Maybe. On. Yeah, this is the end of the run, but not because I couldn't catch the brown and the gray one.
What a great day for all Funkies! You have restored a crystal gem and captured its power. With the shards reunited, the electrical charge emanating from the restored gem is causing the robotic henchmen to short circuit. In order to cool their wiring, they are now dropping into the lava streams, which isn't really helping much. Now they are melting back to the metals from which they were made, recycling at its best. With his henchmen destroyed, the evil Master Lox has fled through a portal to another zone to create more henchmen. You must pursue him now before he can regroup. There may be more gem shards scattered throughout Terrapenia. Find them first.
Well, guess we're going to Kelpie Basin. Like I knew we were probably close, but damn. I believe. Yeah, the only portals here are to Nightmare Rift and to U.B Funkeys town. So guess it. Guess it's time to go from fishing to being a fish. Actually, I kind of want to one stop while we're here in Funkeys Town. So we can read up on Funkeys from Magma Gorge. Just gotta remember where we need to go. Access the encyclopedia. Museum. No, of course not. That's where you go to play a Mask Mayhem. Right, it's this building over here. There's the Great Terrapenia Library. Wasabi, naturally stealthy and skilled in the ancient art of funk fu, the wasabi are extremely secretive and rarely speak. While appearing silent and composed, their aloofness is often misunderstood and sometimes feared by their fellow funkies. The wasabi do not dispel this image, preferring to keep it to themselves. They are in perfect harmony of mind and body. Honesty, self-discipline, and respectful behavior are their core values. They're often deep in meditation, studying ancient scrolls, painting and sculpting, or engaged in rigorous exercises to hone their fighting skills. Wasabi physical feats are those of legend, including stories of walking up walls on water and an extended levitation. No one has ever challenged a wasabi and lived to tell the tale. Deuce. Fond of all things hip and trendy, the Deuce set the standards for cutting-edge culture. In fact, the phrase, "what the deuce," means what's hot, and "that's deuce" means that's cool. The Deuce love music, but not that snooty high culture opera that the Glubs sing. The Deuce like rockabilly and anything that's fast and you can dance to. The Deuce are notorious pranksters. The most famous was when they tricked the Glub into wearing elaborate costumes with big platform shoes, rhinestone sunglasses, and jeweled hats for their performance before Parliament and the Queen. She was not amused. Despite getting on the nerves of many funkies at one point or another, everyone wants to be Deuce. So are they implying that Britain is canon? Because we've got mentions of Parliament and the Queen in this video game from 2009. So that's implying that Terrapenia sent a congregation of fish people to go and sing opera for Queen Elizabeth. Or it's funky Britain. Either way. Stitch. Funky folklore reports it like this. A long time ago, the Stitch were trusted with the great secret of the great King Funkencommon of the Golden Age. It was a secret so great that could bring down the king think they meant that it could bring down the king, his golden age, and maybe all of Terrapinia. As protectors of this great secret. Man, the English. The English is so good. Stitch kept away from most other Funkies, spending their time lurking in graveyards, peacefully cultivating and gathering mushrooms. They were so successful in keeping the secret that now all Funkies started entrusting their secrets to the Stitch. They would follow their Funkies around, learn the secrets, and then store them for safekeeping. After years of this behavior, the Stitch evolved to having lips sewed shut and an eye for danger, and no heart, so that they can never be tempted to tell their secrets. If what they knew got out. So yeah, apparently this is natural anatomy. Like they have biological stitches. You would think that evolution would just cause them to not have a mouth at that point. Well, I guess since they can like smile, they'll still. Of course, you know, since funky mortality is canon, does that mean that funky starvation is a thing? In which case, how did the Stitch eat? The bones are what they are. Or they don't hide their feelings or thoughts from anyone, but it's easy to get under their skin, making them often grumpy and disgruntled. The phrase "you old bucket of bones" has come to mean someone who is in a bad mood, and if you have a bone to pick, you are upset about something. But make no bones about it, they still have fun. Most doctors in Terrapinia are bones. They are accomplished at playing piano. Their favorite pastime is fishing, although their catch is often just skin and bones. Right now it's time to go. To Kelpie Basin. Oh dear, Mayor Sayso has asked me to help him with the secret project he's working on. He's asked to count several things around Terrapinia, but due to the portal problems, I'm having trouble getting accurate numbers. Could you help me count the following? Coconut trees on Funkiki Island, pieces of cheese in the Great Dairy Divide, wrecked cars in the heap, and red rockets on Laputa Station. If you could add all these together and give me a total, well, this would help me so much. Yeah, sure. I'll accept your quest. Oh, I guess I'm no longer doing the other quests. That's then. Okay, let's hope that I remember that I have this quest. Potentially years later. When we actually... I forget what's this thing about. Oh! It's whack-a-mole. You get one single coin for every one you hit. Alright, here we go. Here's Glub's place. Fish bowling. Get it? The goal of bowling is to knock down as many pins as possible in 10 frames. Use your mouse to select the position to throw from, click and then move the mouse up and down. Just like the amount of power to throw with. Finally, click to throw the ball and watch the pins fly. Releasing the ball, all Glub will can help guide the movement of the ball down the lane with the mouse. Actually, now that we're in a new area, let me just pull up. Yeah, actually, maybe I won't use the wiki. Maybe I'll keep it a pleasant surprise. Is when we get the gem shards. Think the ideal thing is gonna be need to keep, you know, either you get a strike if you can do that reliably, then you don't really have to worry too much about spares. But I think, naturally the ideal thing is gonna be to have spares that are clustered together so that we can maximize the number that we can hit. Almost got a strike on that one. There we go. Almost a strike. And that one, I went at a kind of a weird angle, so. And just like when in Magma Gorge, we're gonna switch games every 5 playthroughs. Yeah, so this is number 2. 2 out of 5. Dang, almost got a strike. There we go. Almost had a strike there too. Number 3. Ooh, managed to get all the spares, even though they had a bit of a split to them. Just because there's actual like physics to next to the pins, or the very least they're able to collide. It should be decent at this because, like, I remember playing like a bowling game on Neopets. But of course, I'm bringing up Neopets again because, kind of similar games. And also, like, I was big into both of them around the same time. If I can just channel. Right, that's right. Tip number 4. But if I can just channel my skills from the Neopets bowling game. Aim into this one. Also, speaking of Neopets, the Neopets stream probably is not on the table because side account stuff is apparently much more restrictive than I thought, and I would rather have my main account of my account that I've had for like at least a decade be both private and not frozen. So oh yeah, Like the article I was reading says basically don't do anything that involves actively attempting to acquire Neo points. That means on a side account. I thought it was just don't do your dailies if you've already done them on your main account. Granted, that's the one that's gonna raise the most red flags with the guys with TNT. And so that's the most obvious one to not do. Right, this is attempt number 5 for this round. Yeah, there's next to nothing that you can do on a side account. So could maybe, you know, sometime in like a future November, maybe do something with a similar game like Webkins or something. Like I'm fairly confident that my Webkins account is just lost to time, so I'm pretty sure they actually let you sign up without buying a plush now. I might actually just buy a plush to get the authentic experience. But also I don't know where you buy Webkins anymore. Like most of my Webkins since I had, a lot of them came from a grocery store that doesn't really sell that kind of thing anymore. I think I probably also have to sign up for a subscription for Webkins because I'm pretty sure like a decent chunk of the game is gated behind in a premium subscription. So let's switch over to Sprout. Sprout do love to keep their gardens tidy. Swap flowers so that 3 or more of the same kind line up either across or down from each other. You can only swap places that are next to each other or you will lose points. Oh boy, it's a match 3 game. Match 3 game that started with the game partly solved. You know, interesting choice to have it to it's where the game can generate a level that just has a has a row of 3 already in it. He's got a little combo going. Oh, time for level 2 apparently. You see, there we go again. The level generated with a row of 3 already done. And you lose points if you do a switch that doesn't make a match. You know, sometimes you don't really have much of a choice. Okay, so Digger symbol does not matter at all. Well, I thought that maybe there was just like, maybe we were supposed to collect all of the sprout heads. And that would be the game signal to all the level is done. Apparently not. Okay, so I think the level just ends when the timer runs out. You know, it's nice that it just gives me free points pretty much every time it loads a level. Like, that's almost certainly not intended, but you know, it works. If we assume that's not intended, then that also means that the threshold, well, is not going to fully account for it. And you know, the okay, that's game over. Hey, got the Blossom Boogie trophy, and the rare orchid, and that was an insane high score. You know, of course, to get all this stuff on the first run through. Of, you know, this. Because, you know, it's not exactly the most complicated game. But then again, you know, so much of this game is less about difficulty with the mini games themselves, and more so about the amount of grinding necessary need to actually progress in the plot. Hey, you know, they wanted to make sure that when you bought a little plastic toy, you felt like your parents got their money's worth. And really, unless you complain to them, your parents probably are going to feel like they got their money's worth. Because you're entertained for a little while. Well, because, you know, it's a choice between spending a few bucks for like to have you know, kid to sit on the computer and play a little match 3 game for a while, and having the kid just do whatever, and, you know, potentially get up to something. Most parents would probably choose a match 3 game. Whether the child would choose a match 3 game mostly depends on how easily entertained they are. Like, really, when you think about it, a match 3 game could just about be like make the predecessor to sitting your kid in front of sitting your kid down in front of an iPad. You get, which at least a match 3 game is going to engage some of their mental processes. Same cannot necessarily be said for like a decent chunk of the schlock on that is aimed at children and watching YouTube. Nice. He's got combo going. Apparently you basically click on the on shifting ones to just freeze them. In a certain state. Yeah, didn't I already have that? Am I gonna have multiple? Like, yeah, I got an insane high score already. Like, honestly, if I'm going to be told again that I got that, I better have the second one. Like, I better be able to just have a row of the same arcade cabinet. That I got for being, very good at a match 3 game, which is not much of an accomplishment, especially when you're a grown adult. I guess really, like, it's even the target demographic of contemporary match 3 games anymore. Because I feel like the target demographic skews older with like Candy Crush. Which part of that is naturally gonna be they've got they need someone with an income, or at least a bank account, so that they can suck their customer dry with microtransactions. If you can sucker an adult with a job into paying for your microtransactions, that is much more profitable than suckering a child in. Because an adult can spend their money whenever they want, whereas a child has to get ideally parental permission, less ideally, you know, they like just grab their parents' credit card while they're not looking. But yeah, I feel like I feel like a lot of these a lot of popular mobile games, like mom games, they're not the games that the kids are gonna be into. At the very least, the kids are not gonna play them seriously. The kids are gonna hop on Homescapes just to see how much suffering that they can make that mustachioed man endure. Or, you know, it's like middle-aged moms that somehow have nothing better to be doing. Like, not even just playing a better video game. That get into like Homescapes completely unironically, I feel. First, you know, maybe part of it is just part of why I get that vibe is just because all the ads for that kind of game guess 3900 isn't enough to count as an insane high score. So that's fun to number 3. Like I feel like maybe part of why I get that vibe is because like my mom used to play first of all, my mom was always just like finding whatever on like Big Fish games. It would usually be hidden object. That was her thing. I think partly because she liked mystery novels. And what do you know? A lot of the cheap video game adaptations like Agatha Christie are hidden object games filled with meaningless busy work. Work that has literally no bearing on the plot whatsoever. But like I feel like a lot of those had kind of a similar like art style to some of the games that you you always see in mobile ads where they've got like the misery porn that turns into solitaire. And again, like I feel like most kids aren't gonna be on board with playing that kind of game to actually help the people. You know, they're gonna hop on, and if is at all like the ad, they're going to play just to see what kind of mischief they can get up to, because it's funny. You know, it's not necessarily what the ads are going for, because like, I feel like they're usually trying to like engage sympathy. You know, either they're engaging your sympathy for the plight of these virtual people, or they're enticing you with, you know, staged failures, literally throwing for content. But like, and like, clearly some of the like solve puzzles to improve like a house or something type games. Games are aimed at an older audience, because like, nobody's because like, what was it? It's gonna come to me at some point. Lily's Garden, that's it. Like, with the amount of sex in those ads, that is not for a young audience. At least I should hope not. because like, you know, they are, and like, you know, because, you know, it's not, I mean, that was run number 4, but you know, that's not, like, you know, oh, it's not framed like aimed at, in like a subtle nod to the parents watching at home. No, it's literally like a huge chunk of the plot. Like, you know, they literally had an entire ad where like the main joke is figuring out is that, like, you know, they're suggesting that this character is asking Lily about the size of this man's cock. But then it turns out, oh, he's just got a massive, like, actual eggplant. So, you know, don't worry. You know, just in case, you know, having that be, you know, just straight up what was happening, be in violation of some guideline from like Google ad services. That's not what's happening here. We're just talking about vegetables. And like, really, you know, that it's not the misery porn in the Lily's Garden ads aren't even like the kind of misery porn that's gonna get a child entertained. Because it's, you know, stuff like, I feel like most kids are gonna be like, they're gonna like look at like one of the very early Lily's Gardens ads, like the one that really got people's attention, and at the very least, and like, you know, they may think the way the dude drives off on his scooter looks funny. That's about it, because like, they're not gonna get the gravity of the situation, especially when there's no words. Like, really, like, you know, they had an entire ad that's just about you know, Lily discovering that she can use that she can, you know, use a washing machine to get her rocks off. No kid's gonna get what's going on. At least I hope not. Okay, we're almost done with this round of playing the same match 3 game over and over. This is the 5th run through. Alright, now I actually want to go to my crib and I want to see. Hell yes. Fuck yeah. Oh, I've actually got 2 of the broken arcade machine as well. Is there any way that I can turn this? Because I feel like there's gotta be. Okay, there we go. Okay, 4 out of 5 were the insane high score. I don't have any gem shards from that, but I certainly have arcade machines. Alright, time for Tiki's game. Bounce and Break. Originally played during the Funky Wars of the 3rd Funkazoic era. By the Tiki between training exercises, young Tiki warriors would see who could keep a ball in the air the longest by simply bouncing it off their shield. Eventually, targets were added and Bounce and Break was created. Try to break down the bricks by bouncing the ball off of your shield while using your mouse to guide Tiki across the screen. It's literally Breakout. It's got kind of multi-ball power up at least. You know, since we didn't get the gem shard off of those five plays of the phase of the match 3 game, we're going to have to play it more, which means probably more vending, which is probably going to be more arcade machines. Since I'm able to reliably get an insane high score. Come on, ball, just get over to where the remaining 2 bricks are. There we go. Clearly this level is designed trying to hit red ones. Starting from like the bottom. But unfortunately, it's just not working out that way. There we go. But you know, all of these have been so easy. By comparison, and you know, the shurikens. But you know, that's part of it is because like they've all been versions of existing games without much of a, you know, twist on the formula. Very simple games at that. Like really, the thing that really the worst thing is probably going to be waiting for us in the next zone after this one. Because the next zone after this one is Laputa Station, which has Xenor's game. A game that I could just never figure out. Like, not just simply not being good at it. I could not figure out at all how it was supposed to work. But, you know, maybe that was just my puny child brain. Now that I have a big adult brain. maybe I'll figure it out. Well, I'm in college. I should be able to figure out. I should be able to figure out how a game aimed at children works. Oh well, down to the last life. Oh, nice, actually. You can actually destroy those. It just takes significant bouncing. Yeah, there's just no visual indication that the metal things are actually being damaged at all. You get the feeling that we're gonna be here a little while. They try to hit this one last brick. Okay, we got more options on our angle of attack. There we go. And that's game over. Really? I got absolutely nothing for that. Other than some cumulative score towards getting one of the gem shards. Must need a pretty high score. Especially for the cumulative of total needed to get the gem shard. $6,000 points isn't even worth one measly coin. Just need you to bounce onto that little stack of bricks. There we go. Come on. I'm hoping to there we go. That I should get that much earlier. Earlier than I did the previous time with this stage. And so now we can just clean up the few remaining blocks. Actually, one thing that I could do in place of doing a full-on Neopet stream is, like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Neopets Flash games that have been archived on Flashpoint. And, you know, I can't get in trouble if they're not connected to an account at all. And then, you know, that even opens up the possibility of playing games that Neopets doesn't even have anymore. Because, like, while they did restore, you know, the classic Flash games, there's a whole bunch of Flash games that they made specifically to advertise products for third parties. These are also on there, are also archived by a Flashpoint, but are not going to be on Neopets.com because, as you know, the promotion is over. The promotion's been over for literal years, if not decades. It's depending on which Flash game you're looking at. Of course, you know, they're all most Neopets games aren't exactly the most impressive as a thing, because, you know, they're usually a reskin of, you know, classic, just like basic web game. Or really, a lot of them probably, you know, predate the internet just about. After all, like, you know, won't you know, they've got versions of games like Minesweeper and Snake. Like, I feel like, you know, the promotional ones were always especially rough, but maybe part of that is just because, you know, you spend the entire time being consciously aware that you're being marketed to. Because they don't try to hide it, and in fact, I'm pretty sure they even specifically have to say in the Flash game, name, like, hey kids, this is advertising. Actually, I don't think it was Neopets that had that. Like, I think that's just an ancient memory from back when, like, McDonald's had their own, like, virtual worlds. I think they reused some of the sound clips from Mask Mayhem Or they could, or you know, vice versa. Which, you know, both have a similar theme, so kind of makes sense. So maybe I could throw together just like a list of some Flash games, and that can be something to fill in time if I'm able to get through the remaining 2 Burger Shop games fast enough or something. Because if we get through Kelpie Basin at a fast pace, we're just gonna go right to the next zone. Okay, now I get 20 coins. So that was run number 2. Oh, so this will be number 3. This definitely seems like it's more time-consuming. Knowing one out of pretty much any of the games we've played tonight. Partly because, you know, no time limit. You could theoretically play Breakout forever. You could sit on the same level of Breakout forever. Or because, as you know, all it would take is for you to never hit the last brick. But to also never lose your ball. Why do I get the feeling that this is probably going to be the game that gets an entire stream devoted to it? Because I'll be seeing it like 3 out of 4 gem shards for Kelpie Basin. I'll still need the gem shards from this. Is that a genuine mistake? Or am I throwing not even for content, but to speed things up? Which I guess in a way is throwing for content. Because it's throwing so that I can do other content. Apologies for the silence there. And it just got absorbed in the ball bounce and watching the ball bounce around, I guess. But you know, at least, you know, if I do well enough at this, then each game will give plenty to the cumulative score. Alright, that was number 3. And yeah, ideally, if I truly am doing well, if you know these runs are actually, you know, good, then it shouldn't take too many of them to hit the cumulative score threshold. Dang. Lost some of my extra balls. Just need you to... There we go. Still not getting this one just the right angle on the first shot, because surely it's possible. Oh, to hit that spot with your first shot on this level. Ah, nuts. It's both my ball all simultaneously because I was torn between which one to save. I mean, unfortunately one was an extra, so it counts as 1 life lost. Right now we just gotta maneuver it in position to hit this one last... There we go. This is run number 4, so Oh, next run will be the last. As for this rotation. Come on, just get in there. There we go. My hand seemingly starting to fall asleep. And it's the one that's most actively in use. Because it's a hand that I have on my mouse that is seemingly falling asleep. Am I like cutting off my circulation with my with positioning of my hand on my mouse or something? If so, that's not good. Usually you don't get tingly feelings and limbs are in... and the body parts are in active use. Well, it doesn't seem to have changed colors or anything. Okay, so I think this will probably be the last game of the night because we've only got 6 minutes till 5 minutes until 03 AM. So this will just be the last run, both for the rotation and for the night, and then we'll do Twinks' game next Saturday. Come on. That's a couple more times. Come on. Yeah, I'm just never gonna get that, am I? Like, it's gonna be so satisfying if I ever do. You know, I want to say the policy with webkins is that, like, when you buy the plush, you have something. Like, maybe now you don't get anything for buying the plush other than the pet. Because I think before you had to buy new pets on a regular basis to keep your account active. Or something like that. Last I saw, now you can at least get one free pet. Whether you can get more free pets than that. Right, you know, maybe we actually play like one round of Twinks' game. Of course, first you've got to find where you go to play it. Oh, here we go. Oh, here's Twinks Haven. Let's play one round of Twinks Dream. Harnessing the power of the stars, Twinks love their celestial target practice. Try to shoot the falling rainbows, clouds, and suns as quickly as possible. Don't get hit by flying raindrops. Use the arrow keys to move and the spacebar to fire. Oh, it's Space Invaders. Yet another formula that has been done to death. Well, I get because it's not quite Space Invaders because there's no shields. Really? My frame of reference for this for this style of game without the shield aspect is really Chicken Invaders. Which is literally just, Space Invaders, but without the little shelters because you're not a tank, you're a spaceship. And you're fighting off an invasion of alien chickens that fight and kill you by laying eggs on you. And somehow somehow they managed to just make those games continuously more complex as time went on. Like, because, you know, they managed to actually innovate rather than just doing a reskin. Oh shit. Now watch me get an insane high score and get another arcade cabinet. Which I have to wonder if perhaps playing one run of Twink Dream was a mistake. Twink's Dream itself. Oh, actually, apparently you just instantly lose if... Alright, so that's gonna be it for tonight. Next stream in general is planned for next Tuesday with Sims 3. So Tuesday, November 14th. And next U.B Funkeys stream is planned for Saturday, November 18th. Will be the second to last U.B Funkeys stream for this year. So let me see who I can raid. While I do that, I will do a little chat command to post some links in chat. Oh, don't tell me the... God damn it. So what if... Okay, yeah, it is a problem with the goddamn Discord or invite. Keep clicking. I should probably... You know, because you're in a zone that still has henchmen, so there we go. That's a fresh Discord invite. Made in the chat. Okay, so far not really seeing too many options for somebody to raid. Hmm. Yeah, here's somebody that we can raid. Alright, thank you to everyone who stopped by tonight. Again, next stream name in general is planned for Tuesday with The Sims 3, and next stream name of U.B Funkeys is planned for next Saturday.